Do you find yourself tired of making the same recipes day after day, week after week, but you're not sure where to find any relief? Well, I have got you covered. That is exactly what we are going to talk about in this video. My name is Tiffany, and I am so excited you're here. I help busy millennials who feel overwhelmed in the kitchen find relief through creative, quick, easy recipes with wine pairing. Check out my link in the description below and follow me on social media for daily tips, tricks, recipes, and inspiration. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week, and I would hate for you to miss out on the next one. In this video, we are going to discuss how one of my favorite monthly deliveries can help you save time, money, and energy in your kitchen while finding relief from that recipe rut that we all fall into from time to time. But that's not all. I also have a super simple strategy to help you create the perfect wine pairing experience to go along with your next meal plan to elevate your taste buds to a place that they have never been before. So be sure to stick around until the end. Let's get started. So what is this infamous product that is going to give you relief from that recipe rut while saving you time, money, and energy in your kitchen? It is none other than this little box right here that is going to give you endless inspiration and tips to maximize your meal plan and start spending less time in the kitchen and more time doing what you love to do and enjoy life to the fullest. So each month, when this box shows up, which those of you that are familiar with this may notice the new simplified packaging, super awesome. But every month has a different theme. And so this month's theme for September is One Pot Weeknight Meals. And in this little box, you get the theme card. You also get 3 quick, easy recipes with customization. So those of you that find yourself with picky eaters, food allergies, or dietary restrictions, we take the guesswork out of it for you by offering those simple change-ups to help you, again, maximize your time in the kitchen. Because we all have busy lives and busy schedules. So we want to help simplify it for you. In addition to those 3 recipes, you also get a seasoning packet to go along with each recipe. But as an added insider perk, you also get exclusive access to a new seasoning every month that cannot be found anywhere else. And trust me, you're going to want to get your hands on the exclusive option for the month of September. So if you are ready to grab yours right away, you can click the link in the description below. Our September collection is available through the 16th. And starting the 17th, we start taking pre-orders for next month, our October collection, which will be revealed on October 1st. So let's dive in and see what that first recipe is for September. Our first featured recipe is a barbecue pasta. And this is going to be featuring our smoky applewood rub. Now this rub is delicious on most meats. Also great on some roasted veggies, but one of my favorites is making my own barbecue sauce with this rub. Super easy with just a few other ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen right now. The benefit, it's going to save you money by making your own, plus you are in control of those ingredients. So you don't have to worry about any potential allergies, preservatives, or any other chemicals that you might find in typical store-bought pre-processed barbecue sauce. Little tip for you. Now with this barbecue pasta, we have got those easy change-ups right on the front to help you with your picky eaters, food allergies, and any dietary restrictions. So this recipe does call for bacon and chicken broth, but if you are looking to make it vegetarian, simply omit the bacon and swap the chicken stock for vegetable stock. You could also add in a little bit of tofu or some chickpeas for a protein boost. while still keeping it vegetarian. Now, some other options, if you find yourself with leftovers of this, is to turn it on top of a scooped out baked potato or a zucchini boat for a fun barbecue twist. You can also throw these leftovers into a lettuce wrap for a nice summer twist, especially for those of you looking to extend summer just a little bit longer before those colder months set in. Now, when you find yourself with extra smoky applewood rub, because I know you will, this seasoning packet actually comes with enough to make 2 to 4 recipes. So more than just the barbecue pasta that we have featured, you will have left over to use with other recipes or to make your own barbecue sauce. Now, we have some options for you to help get you started. One of which is a fun twist on roasted sweet potatoes. So you will toss the diced sweet potatoes with oil and some of this rub, roast in the air fryer or a sheet pan in your oven for a nice, delicious side dish. Great to go along with burgers or as a veggie boost with this pasta. Another fun option is to make your own baked beans. So you add this rub to a can of beans of your choice. You can start out with basic black beans, kidney beans, or you can just simply add extra flavor to your favorite can of baked beans. And go ahead and heat that can according to the instructions for a nice smoky barbecue flavor. Now, before we dive into the second featured seasoning and recipe, I want to hear from you. What is your current go-to one-pot meal on a busy weeknight? I would love for you to drop it in the comments. Feel free to share the recipe as well so we can all add some new creative inspiration to our recipe books and learn and grow together. Now, the second featured recipe for our September TasteBuds collection is a pineapple pork stir fry. And this features one of my personal favorites, our Asian seasoning. Now, this Asian seasoning is great for all things stir fry, but you can also make a delicious Asian vinaigrette, perfect for salads with lettuce or pasta salads. It is one of my go-tos all summer long. And if you're curious about that Asian vinaigrette recipe, you can find that on my link in the description below, or reach out to me personally on social media, and I am more than happy to share that super easy recipe with you. Now, with this pineapple pork stir fry, just like the other one, we have got those easy change-ups right on the front. So this calls for pork. If you're not a fan of pork tenderloin, or you find yourself with other meat in your fridge or freezer, simply swap out that pork. You can use diced up chicken, steak, shrimp, or omit the meat altogether and double the veggies for a nice vegetarian stir fry option. Now, if there are some other options to use this extra Asian seasoning mix, we have got you covered with that as well. 4 fun recipes in the back of that recipe card. One fun twist is using this over baked salmon. So you can brush the salmon with a little bit of soy sauce, sprinkle this Asian seasoning, and cook in the air fryer or the oven until it is flaky and ready to go. Now, if you find yourself with some leftover salmon, it's delicious with tacos, or you can add that to some fresh veggies or on top of a bed of lettuce greens for a nice salad. Now, another option is to make Asian coleslaw. So you can either make your own by shredding the head of cabbage, matchsticking some carrots and scallions, or buy a pre-bagged coleslaw mix. Words are hard sometimes, right? So you can get that mix with soy sauce and this seasoning together. And what I like to do is top with some freshly chopped peanuts right before serving. You can add some of the nuts in with it while it is all marinating and getting chilled in the fridge, but it's best to add more of those chopped peanuts on top for a nice crunch to go along with that coleslaw. Now, before we dive into the third seasoning and give you a sneak peek of that exclusive seasoning packet that is only available for our September subscribers, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week, and it would hate for you to miss out on the next tip or trick that I share right here inside my tasting room. So the third featured recipe for our September one pot weeknight meals TasteBuds collection is this delicious sheet pan meal with some baked cod and lemon butter sauce. And this features our scampi meal mix. So not only is this a seasoning packet, but it is also a meal mix. You can have restaurant quality scampi ready to go in less than 30 minutes in your own kitchen. So much faster than it would take for delivery or going out to a restaurant, but it's going to be a fraction of the cost and taste just as delicious, if not better. Now, scampi is just one of our many meal mixes. You can find additional options on my website in the description below, but these are delicious and the perfect way to transport your kitchen to a restaurant or a foreign country in a matter of minutes and for a fraction of the cost. Now, with this sheet pan recipe, if you are not a fan of cod like it calls for, this recipe is also going to be delicious with tilapia, salmon, or any other piece of fish. And if you're not on team seafood, give this a try with chicken breasts, chicken tenders, or pork chops, and you will be amazed. Now, some fun ways to use up your extra seasoning. Again, we've got you covered with 4 options, one of which is some lemon garlic shrimp. So you can season the shrimp with salt and pepper, add melted butter along with this scampi seasoning mix, and saute in that skillet until it is cooked through. Shrimp cooks very fast if you are not familiar with it, so definitely keep an eye on it. And that's going to be delicious served over a bed of rice or noodles. Now, you can also add a fresh take to your roasted veggies with this scampi meal mix seasoning. This is going to be delicious with broccoli, summer squash, zucchini, and cauliflower, but you can use it with whatever vegetables you happen to have on hand. The sky is the limit. But you will toss the veggies with oil and the seasoning and roast in the air fryer or your oven until you reach that desired crispiness. Now, September subscribers have access to an exclusive seasoning that has never been released before and cannot be found anywhere else. And this month's feature is a s'mores dessert mix. Perfect way to extend your summer and enjoy those s'mores flavors all season long. So it comes with its own recipe right on the back. So with this s'mores mix, you're going to make a dessert dip by combining this package with cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, and some optional add-ins should you choose. So you could add in some mini chocolate chips and mini marshmallows to get even more flavor, but I've been told that it is delicious just as is. But why not add more chocolate if we can? I believe there is no such thing as too much chocolate. Now, some great things that you're going to want to dip with this could be graham crackers, of course, for the full s'mores experience. You can also do fresh fruit. Strawberries and apples are going to be great options. Feel free to share your own ideas in the comments below so we can all learn and grow together. Now let's keep this momentum going by helping you elevate your taste buds with your next adult meal by using these 3 simple tips to maximize wine pairing. Tip number 1, as a general rule, red with red and white with white. So generally, your red wines are going to pair best with your red meats and your tomato-based red sauces. Whites, on the other hand, are generally going to pair best with your white meats and your white cheesy garlic-based sauces. That's not always the case. That leads us to tip number 2, which is to consider your sides and seasonings. When you look at wine pairing, you want to look at the meal as a whole, not just look at the main course. For example, if you are grilling a steak with homemade bruschetta, then a great option is still going to be that red wine, such as a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Syrah. On the other hand, if you are serving that grilled steak with garlic mashed potatoes and honey roasted carrots, a Cabernet is not going to be the best option with the sweetness of the carrots and the garlic herbal flavors of the mashed potatoes. So better options to go along with this entire meal would be a Pinot Noir or a crisp white wine, such as a Blanc or a Riesling. Pinot Noir would be my preferred option. But those of you that are white drinkers, you have your options as well. Now, tip number 3, sweet likes heat. When you find yourself eating spicy cuisine, such as Mexican, Asian, or curry, you want a sweet wine, red or white, depending on what you are serving. But that sweetness is going to cut back on the spiciness. So you may still smell the spiciness, but when that spiciness hits your tongue and you take a sip of wine with the food, it greatly decreases the spiciness and it mellows it out, so that way you can still taste everything on your taste buds. Now, if you want to instead maximize the spiciness, then grab yourself a bottle of dry wine. Just remember that I warned you that spice is going to be so accented. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you're ready to continue learning even more and become the wine pairing guru in your social circle, click the link in the description below and download your copy of my free food and wine pairing guide so you can start elevating your taste buds right away today with your next meal.